I'm Robert Smith Jr. I'm pastor of the historic New Bethel Baptist Church, led for more than 33 years by the late great Reverend C.L. Franklin, who was indeed a great civil rights leader and a key partner of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He led a march here in Detroit in June before the August March in Washington, D.C., where hundreds of thousands of people attended the march here and in Washington, D.C. Well, I'm here today because I'm just terribly distraught, upset about the killings that are going on in this country so quietly. You know, news is selective. When I told some people in the funeral the other day that there have been 150 something mass shootings in the United States, but we only heard of 5 of them through the major news outlets. Well, the same thing is going on in the lives of Black people here in America. Wow. Just since the Floyd conviction on the 19th, you heard over and over again another Black person killed at the hands of policemen. We got the verdict we so desired in the public murder or new lynching. Same thing, choking a man to death, this time without a rope, but with a knee. And now it seems that everything is proliferated. Now another murder in Spotsylvania, Virginia, where a young man, obviously having some kind of issue, was brought home by the policeman. After the policeman left, after telling the brother of this young man that is shot 7 times now, that the boy was in no trouble, he just simply brought him home because his car was broke down. And minutes later, he's back. And while this man is on the phone talking to 911, he shoots the man 7 times, thinking that the phone up to his head was a gun up to his head. Even if it was a gun up to his head, my goodness, the police was not in intimate danger. Well, that's not the big news. The big news is this: more than 181 Black people have been shot by policemen in the last 12 months. Shot and killed, by the way. Well, my friends, we are calling on you, the church. Number one, we need to go into prayer. I'm asking you to join me Wednesday morning at 5 a.m. Tell your friends, tell your kids, let's go into prayer and ask God to move his hands. For it's God only and only God that can do something about this situation and the circumstances that we are living under in this environment of hate created mostly by 45, or I'll just say identified by 45. But we can't just say, well, this is the state of things now after 4 years of hate being preached from the White House. We just have to accept that's what it is. No, it was just a revealing. I called a police friend of mine this morning. He's my weight coach and prayer warrior, which he has a lot of praying to do because I'm always yo-yoing one way or the other. He successfully lost half of his body weight about 3 years ago, and it's kept it off, doing a great job. Well, anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. I called him because he is a policeman and a preacher. And I told him I was praying for him because it's just a bad time to be a policeman. And I told him that I was from the deep South, and we never thought that police were to serve and protect. We always thought of the policeman as somebody who did not come around with good intentions. Anytime they came around, it was with bad intentions. Well, I was hoping those days were long gone. But as I recall the times that I've called the policemen and they said, is anybody shot, anybody killed? I said, no, but they're fighting or getting ready to fight. They said, well, call us back if something happened. No good intentions of preventing, no good intentions of protecting anybody. And that's not just here, it is everywhere. everywhere. So we need to come together in prayer. And I ask you to join me Wednesday morning at 5 a.m. that our NAACP, our SCLC, our Black Action Network, our uh, political people all over, especially here in the city of Detroit, would come together and come up with policies and training and weave out those people who just became policemen to catch bad guys and hurt them. I think that's the attitude of too many of our policemen today. I think that residency, as Mayor Coleman Young had it years ago, needs to be reinstated. That at least they have to live in the neighborhood that they are serving, and perhaps they'll see people as creations of God. You know, the sad thing is when you have no God in you, you can't see the spot of God in anybody else. So we got to pray that these policemen are converted. So I'm asking you to join me Wednesday morning, 5 a.m., and let us pray. Let us pray mightily for a move of the hand of God. For when God's hand moves, my God, things happen. I got a mind, live for Jesus all of my days. I got a mind, live for Jesus.